You're this perp back with another video, and I just got done watching the first 6 episodes of Survive. It's a brand new show on the new platform Quibi, where they show a bunch of short-formed shows. Each episode kind of ranges from 10 minutes or less. I'll have a full review on what I feel about Quibi when I get done the 90 days. I'll give you my first impressions of Quibi and like the whole platform after I get done reviewing some of these shows. And this should be an interesting journey, an interesting experience. And I just want to get into what the premise of this show is, and does the short format work for it. This is Sophie Turner's show with co-star Corey Hawkins. This was a survival thriller, I guess you could call it. It does a really good job of setting up the series within the first episode. It doesn't really waste its time building suspense. She plays this character named Jane. She's kind of stuck in this mental hospital with these other patients that go through other mental disorders. She has PTSD. She's suicidal. And they do a really good job the first 2 episodes kind of just setting up her character, which I'm really glad that this type of short format leads us to different ways of just telling a story. And it's definitely going to take some getting used to, because we're used to having like at least 30 minutes to an hour of a show. This is completely different from that. Some of these episodes are like 5 minutes, but like I said, they do a really good job of explaining what they need to explain in each individual episode. My one gripe with it so far is I wish it was kind of more interactive when you put it in portrait mode. Now, portrait mode is kind of interesting for this show because it just shows you, the person's perspective, like a bit of a close-up, but nothing too special. I kind of wish there was something a little bit more interactive, but it's still an interesting show. Like I said, waste no time getting into it. She's involved with a plane crash with Corey Hawkins' character named Paul. He's completely opposite of her. She's just very suicidal. The plane crashes. They're the only 2 survivors, so they gotta think really quick. They don't have that much time to just sit around. They have to move down this mountain. And man, talk about cliffhangers, man. Like, this is very suspenseful for just the short amount of time that you have with each individual episode. And I guess that kind of works with this type of show, and I'm really curious to see how the other shows play out and how well paced they are. Like I said, just for the whole portrait mode, that's like my only disappointing aspect to the show. I'm still looking forward to seeing how this whole story fleshes out. How is it going to end? Will they be able to survive? I think my little predictions before I even go any further, because you probably won't see part 2 until I get done the 90 days, or who knows how long this series is going to go for. I want to just kind of be immersed in this series, and I think that's what I'm gonna have to do with a lot of the shows that I want to watch. I got like at least 5 shows I want to watch off of Quibi, so you'll definitely see reviews of those very shortly over the weekend, or two of the shows aren't coming out until like Monday. So like I said, I'll give you my first impressions of Quibi, the platform, and other shows and whatnot and how I feel about it. Right now, I'm cool with Survive. Survive is worth watching. It's definitely worth subscribing to. Use that 90 days. That's a shit ton of time. But until my next review, I will check y'all out later. Peace.
Why do you like cannabis so much? Like, what is it? Like, I mean, it's been such a huge part of your brand. I just would be interested to hear, like, why?
I should take you to my green room.
I'm fine with that. Maybe after this.
Nah, well, for one, I enjoy it for medical reasons.
Trouble sleeping?